This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
On the news this morning, Rivers State Ministry of Education denies owing NECO. APC's Dakuko Peterside criticizes Governor Wike over alleged NECO debt. Police exhume body of retired army captain kidnapped in September. INEC declares Charles Soludo winner of Anambra governorship election. On the foreign scene, Nobel Peace Prize winner Malala ties the knot in Birmingham ceremony. I am Ifiemi Andrew. The Rivers State Ministry of Education says it has paid over 1 billion naira to sponsor Rivers students in public examinations, including WAEC, NAPTEP, JAM, and NECO. Commissioner for Education Kanye Ebeku in a statement said reports suggesting that the state government is not bothered about the educational sector is not true. Professor Ebeku said Governor Nyesom Wike is spending huge resources to provide access to quality education, including the provision of infrastructure and sponsorship of public examinations. He cautioned that if there are technical issues, concerned persons should contact the Ministry of Education before making unverified statements, which he described as political jabs that misleads the people. Recall that the public school teacher alleged that students from public schools have not been able to access their NECO results because the state government is yet to pay for their registration. Earlier, APC chieftain in Rivers State, Dakuko Peterside, criticized Governor Nyesom Wike over the situation.
It is not his priority sector. Meanwhile, education is the way to secure the future. And you can see the manifestation of his lack of interest in education in multiple dimensions. Today, Rivers State students cannot access their NECO results because the state government is owing NECO. In Obiapo, the governor's local government, in Eche, do not have teachers in critical subjects. The same state government, from inception in 2015 to today, has not employed teachers across the state.
Dr. Peterside also said many schools have been shut down across the state due to inadequate teaching personnel, saying the state government cares less about education in Rivers State.
Even when you go around these schools, they don't have teaching aids to help impact knowledge. The governor had said he doesn't want heads of schools to charge fees for anything. Meanwhile, you have not given them impress. It's either you want the teachers or the heads of school management to charge fees, or you don't want the schools to function. And going around schools, you have noticed that most of our schools are not functional and cannot compete in 21st century Nigeria. It's unfortunate. Time will tell. He will be held to account for the resources entrusted to his care.
Some residents of Rivers State also said the government has failed in the aspect of education. Others called for the resignation of the Commissioner for Education in the state.
The Rivers State government has not in any way helped in education. How will on earth the Rivers State government promise to pay NECO fees for students? And at the end of the day, today, these students have nothing there.
It's a situation where students sit in an environment where students distrust them. Is this NECO children? This is on the development of human capital in Rivers State.
They said it happened last year. When we say Rivers State government did not pay NECO bid for Rivers State, the commissioner came out that it's a lie. That they pay. Rivers State government does not have law for basic education.
Moving on, the decomposing body of a retired army captain who was kidnapped and killed has been exhumed off Igboeche Road, Rivers State. 64-year-old Godfrey Zwalmak was kidnapped on September 18 by 4 suspects at Agboncha Eleme local government area. Briefing newsman where the body was dug up yesterday. The Commissioner of Police in Rivers State, Ebuka Friday, said 3 of the suspects were arrested through intelligence gathering.
He told the night that you can kidnap the captain, they will make some money for him. So on the 18th of that September, he was kidnapped. Body from Agboncha dragged to this place. So along the line, the man could not follow them, so they shot him on his leg. They brought him here and started making ransom demand from the family of 200 million naira. The family could not read the money, but they even wanted to even hear his voice before they can negotiate anything. Couldn't hear from him, so they didn't get money. So later, when they reported the case to the police, went into investigation and were able to arrest the 3 of them. And they took us to this place to show us where they dumped the man. Incidentally, the man died the same day because they fired him on his leg and he bled to death. They could not give any medical assistance.
CP Ebuka said that the suspects had demanded 200 million naira from the family of the retired army captain before they were arrested.
If you get involved with crime, kidnapping, one day you can enjoy your money for some days. One
Correspondent Subiruwari reports that the three suspects, Frank Ishie, Iwuji Reginald, and Gomba Okbaraji, admitted to the crime.
My name is Gomba. I'm from Ifiemi Andrew. I'm 34 years old. I contacted this young man. I contacted him, but I gave him the contact. Coincidentally, it resulted like this. The intention of it was to get a ransom from the company. Coincidentally, it resulted to this.
My name is Frank Ishie. I'm from Delta State. Somebody that brought information to us that this man is one of the big man in petrochemical can be able to get him that they can pay us a sum of 200 million, which we went. When we got the man, the man was proving stubborn. We now shot him on the leg to enable him to follow us. So along the line, he died the same day because the bleeding was much. At a Boncha pipeline, I do bunkering business. This is making 4.
A security expert, Mike Chukuma, has called for the deployment of police intelligence officers around the Slaughter-Ginigba area of Port Harcourt to curb the recent wave of criminality experienced in that area. Mr. Chukuma made this call while speaking on Nigeria Info's Hard Facts. Mr. Chukuma further called for the regulation and surveillance of commercial taxis and tricycles who operate within the area.
What we, the security agents, need to do is to put some personnel there, led by the Nigerian police per se. Some intelligence officers, they must to monitor movement there and then be ready to apprehend anybody found perpetrating any crime there and hand over to the uniform police for immediate arrest and prosecution. Many private car owners convert their vehicles to commercial vehicles, particularly in the evening times. They have a solution that taxis, tricycles, operating in any particular area should have a group of officers appointed and supervised by the Ministry of Transport to regulate the movement.
Meanwhile, a resident of Port Harcourt, Festus, narrated his ordeal in the hands of criminals who operate in the area.
I had an experience some years back. I was driving with a friend. The friend was doing a walk with a laptop and there was traffic. So I went down. Immediately, someone came from nowhere, smashed the laptop inside a vehicle. I ran under the bridge, a moving vehicle. And when you go to Slaughter, you will see more than 6-7 police around that place. And they do nothing. They are interested in collecting money.
Recall that the River State government had in September demolished the Oginigba abattoir, popularly known as Slaughter Market, because of incessant cases of kidnapping, armed robbery, rape activities within the market. The River State Task Force continued burning makeshift shops yesterday at the demolished Slaughter Market in Transamadi to drive off street traders. The task force officials arrived in about 5 vans, setting shops on fire amid heavy security. Recall that last week, 5 task force officials and policemen were injured in a clash with these street traders who have refused to move since the market was demolished. Some commercial motorists in Port Harcourt are worried over the number of open manholes in the city, saying it worsens the flooding situation and takes a toll on their vehicles. Others spoke of how it affects their transport business.
Like this one now, I'm going to call carpenter to cover it. Somebody have put inside, the baby boy of 5 years. To work place.
For our customers, man. It affect our customer, also affect us. Because that's the reason why we are here. That our customer will not be here. So all this mail like open is affecting us. Some customers don't like passing this place. So they take another route. So it's affecting us too. So it's delaying our work daily. So we plead on government to come and assist us. If they can put people that will be in charge to monitor those things and put it in order, I will appreciate it.
As you may know, most manholes from Location Junction to Rumokuta Junction are open. The ones around the Burikwere flyover to Cornerstone Junction are not left out. It was also recently observed that the cover of one of the manholes on the new Rumogba flyover artillery has been taken away. The member representing Kana Federal Constituency in the House of Representatives, Dumna Deko, has insisted that Governor Nyesom Wike is the right person to lead the Ogoni delegation in the multi-consultative forum to discuss with the federal government on the planned resumption of oil production in OML 11. Mr. Deko said the controversy over the choice of Governor Wike by some persons from Ogoni is unnecessary. He said the governor, as the chief security officer of the state, cannot be exempted in such a high-profile meeting of the Ogonis and the federal government, as his presence will enhance deeper and meaningful results. The federal lawmaker records similar occasions when former governors, including the Minister of Transportation, Chibike Amechi, and Minister for Niger Delta Affairs, Godswill Akpabio, among others, had been on a delegation to the presidency on issues concerning Ogoni Nation. He accused members of the APC of instigating the semen controversy on who should lead the Ogoni delegation to the presidency and should be at the head of the delegation as enemies of Ogoni people. The federal lawmaker also congratulated the people of Ogoni on the 26th Ogoni Heroes Day anniversary. He said that the Ogoni martyrs did not die in vain, as they left lasting legacies and everlasting memories in the heart of people. The Ignatius Andrew University of Education Alumni Association has elected new executives to pilot the affairs of the association for the next 4 years. The association, in a statement signed by its election committee chairman and secretary, Professor Levi Kalagbo, and Professor Gift Inwiyi, said Professor Amabibi Ferdinand was elected as alumni representative to the University Governing Council, Dr. Wosu Jerome Ebejika as national president, Dr. Regina Azunwena as vice president, and Dr. Christian Nwafo as national general secretary. Others are Sunday Owonyike Tomonu as assistant general secretary, Ogolo Dandison as treasurer, and Dr. Mark Sanderson Otiko as financial secretary. Dr. Josephine Jo Kinane as PRO, Dr. Angelina Osu was also elected as welfare officer, Princewill Ejeku as Provost 1, while Brian Ikegru as Provost 2. Still ahead, Charles Soludo wins Anambra governorship election. Stay tuned. Candidates of the All Progressives Grand Alliance APGA, Chukuma Soludo, has been declared winner of the 2021 Anambra State Governorship election after winning 19 out of the 21 local government areas in this state. Soludo polled a total of 112,229 votes to beat his closest rival, Valentine Ozigbo of the PDP, who got a total of 53,807 votes and won one local government. Senator Andy Uba of the APC came third in the election with 43,285 votes. Without winning a single local government, the returning officer for the election, Florence Obi, said Professor Soludo met all necessary requirements and scored the highest number of votes.
Professor Florence Banku Obi hereby certify that Charles Chukuma Soludo of APGA, having satisfied the requirements of the law, is hereby declared the winner and is returned elected.
Professor Charles Soludo, in his acceptance speech shortly after he was declared the winner by INEC, described defeat as the will of God.
With utmost humility and gratitude to God, I accept the results of the 2021 Anambra governorship election. We thank President Buhari and our security agencies for ensuring a level playing field. We must particularly commend the chairman, management, and staff of INEC for systematically striving to bequeath the legacy of free, fair, and transparent electoral system to Nigeria. Aside from the initial glitches in the operations of the BVAS machines, the election has been adjudged as the most peaceful, free, fair, and credible. There is joy in the land.
He also extended his hand of fellowship to other contestants.
To my fellow candidates in the election, I wish to congratulate you for the gallant contest. Our people have spoken overwhelmingly, and surely that voice is the voice of God. The ultimate winner is enough room for everyone to contribute to the service of our homeland.
The governorship election, which took place last Saturday, concluded with the supplementary election for Ihiala local government area yesterday, where elections could not hold last weekend due to security reasons. Soludo's victory means he will be succeeding Willie Obiano, who is in the final months of his second term, and that APGA will be retaining power in the state, which it has governed since 2006. A director of the African Center of Excellence in Public Health Toxicological Research at the University of Port Harcourt, Daprim Ogaji, is advocating for the establishment of the Health Service Commission in Rivers State. Dr. Ogaji made this advocacy at the ongoing week-long biennial General Meeting of Medical and Dental Consultants Association of Nigeria, MD-CAN, Rivers State Government Hospital Chapter.
Mind you, I established that health care is a labor-intensive sector, and if you must get it right, we must balkanize it from the current Civil Service Commission. For crying out loud, we have the Judicial Service Commission. Then why can't we have a Civil Service Commission? In many states now, we have Teachers Service Commission. 2 of the states in Nigeria, they have the Health Service Commission. It's a way of just saying, no, we are putting human resource on the front burner. So by doing that, the government is making a clear statement that human resource for health is important, and we have created a specialized commission or agency or whatever they call it, to be able to take care of that.
Speaking at the opening ceremony of the BGM, chairman of MD-CAN in the state, Simon Urea, said health as an essential commodity should not be lumped together with other sectors in terms of personnel development.
They shouldn't lump medical personnel to the core civil service because medical sector is different from core civil service. Health sector is a different ball game compared to other sectors. So you can't say, oh, there's embargo on employment, so we can't employ in the health sector. No. So we are calling on the government to give attention to employment. Since I was employed, I have not seen other employment about 8 years ago. And since then, there have been no promotion. There's no middle level staff. You can see somebody on as a chief consultant or senior consultant. There's no resident in between. There's no medical officer in between. The next thing you see, house officer who is just coming out from school. I may not understand what to do.
Correspondent Sebiru Wari reports that the activities to mark the 2021 MD-CAN Biennial General Meeting includes elections to elect a new executive and visiting the home of the elderly at Arbor Road. Others are Walk for Health, aerobics, and award luncheon, swearing in of new executive members of the organization.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
Nobel Peace Prize winner Malala Yousafzai has tied the knot with his partner during an Islamic ceremony in Birmingham. She and Asa Malik took part in Nikah ceremony where bride and groom consent to be married. The 24-year-old activist said it was a precious day in her life. The Pakistani women's rights activist found refuge in the West Midlands after being shot in the head by the Taliban in 2012. On the news this morning, you heard that the Rivers State Ministry of Education has denied owing NECO. APC's Dakuku Peterside has criticized Governor Wike over alleged NECO debt. The police have exhumed the body of a retired army captain kidnapped in September. Charles Soludo of APGA has won the Anambra governorship election. On the foreign scene, Nobel Peace Prize winner Malala has married her partner during an Islamic ceremony in Birmingham. The news was edited by Martha Okiri. For more stories, you can do well to visit our website at www.nigeriainfo.fm. Cloudy weather is expected in Port Harcourt this morning. My name is Ifiemi Andrew. Thank you for your time and have a great morning ahead. Bye-bye for now.